Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
Damn
Speaking of the fighting, you said you got caught bad with that guy's left hand.
Yeah,
That
bad.
was the worst you ever got beat up?
It was the hardest punch I've ever taken, for a motherfucking fact, because, I was seeing cuckoo clocks. I have not seen somebody with that much left hand strength before, or at least they didn't land a direct hit like that, because I did not see that coming. I was looking at his other hand, and he caught me by surprise with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. 100%. I didn't see it coming at all. It was unhindered punch to the face. No, yeah, that was probably it. That's the main time that one time I actually got into it with a short Hispanic dude at when I went back on violation at the low security of Forest City, Arkansas, is where I went back for my violation. And I hated low security. I'd rather be at a medium all day, any day, than a low. And after I beat the dude up and I was walking away, number one rule of prison, don't turn your back on him. The dude got up off the ground and run around and from behind me punched me and split me pretty good on my other side right here on the inside. But it was much of the same. It didn't even swell up as bad as this. So no, I didn't ever, occasionally, like a little purple spot, somebody hits you in the forehead or something, but no, I didn't ever take any serious injuries. The worst one was that left hook because I'm telling you, I swelled up like a grapefruit. I went to visitation and the guards were like, what the fuck? And I was like, I got a gum infection, bro. And they were like, no, hold up, man. Come here. What the fuck's up with your face? I was like, I got a gum infection. Don't worry about it. And they'd let me off the hook,
You got like an imprint of the guy's ring.
Got a championship fucking ring on my cheek, and he's letting me make it.
So you like medium more than low. Kyle wasn't in low. Kyle was in minimum, right?
Right, camp, yeah.
So why is medium better than low?
The reason that I like medium is because they lock the door at night. As long as you got one cellmate or two cellmates that you like and you fuck with and it's good time, the door locking is good at night, man. I sleep a lot better behind a locked door than I do in an open bay. Low security was 150 men in a room, schizophrenics, drug addicts, the thieves, everything in like an open bay room, barely divided by little short cubicles. And I had a lot of trouble sleeping because I know how mental illness is after my time in prison. I don't do well sleeping around people that aren't taking medication for their mental illnesses because I've seen them flip out and lose it and attack people in their sleep that have never said a word to them. Just a lot cleaner at the medium. People have respect at the medium. At the low security, dudes didn't have any respect because they've never been at the higher security at the pins. I've never been to the pins either, but all the other guys with me at the mediums were there, and their habits rubbed off on me, about respecting people, giving them their space, watching where you're smoking and shit, looking out for each other and not stepping on the next guy's toes and not letting your toes get stepped on. At the medium, the low security is all a bunch of 20-year-olds that got caught with a pistol and they're doing 2 years for the first time and snitched on somebody or something. Young knuckleheads that, got nothing to lose in their mind. They have no respect for anybody, and they walk into people's cells and areas without asking or any acknowledgement or anything, and they crowd people. They don't know how to walk. They don't know how to act, and then we don't get any space to even sleep. It just
I was watching
wasn't for me.
Prison YouTuber, and he was saying that when you walk past the cells, you can't look over. You can't look inside. You just eyes trained front.
Right.
I would struggle with that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to look in people's window. If you need somebody and you don't know if they're in the cell or not, you don't look in their window. You walk up, you knock on the door, and you turn around and wait. If they open the door, they open it. If they don't, they don't. If they're in there, I don't know. But yeah, you're not supposed to be window. You're not supposed to be peeping Tom.
You don't know what you might see.
I'm picturing it as all bars, like kind of cages. These are cinder block rooms with a door and a window.
Right. The door has a small window in it about
y'all had doors?
Foot rectangle. yeah. The medium, it's big old thick doors. Steel doors about this thick with the big old rolling padlock.
Oh, I've seen them. They're scary as fuck. We had that bay situation with all the cubicles or whatever, with no roof and just no door, and anybody could walk in there and stab you at night. But nobody's doing that over there anyway. I didn't see any crazies. There was nobody in my. There's 80 or 100 of us in that one in each dorm, and there weren't any crazies that I saw.
The mentally ill trend towards violent crime. So that might be why there were so many more at the mediums.
A lot of the people that I was in there with had come down for good behavior and earned their way down there. So they were doing the last 5 to 7 years of a much longer stint. And they were
glad to be there.
Yeah, everybody was older and pretty relaxed for the most part. There was a couple of young guys, and immediately one of them got taken to the shoe, and I never saw him again.
Yeah, the young guys are the ones that get on my nerves. I went in when I was 19, so I was one of those guys once.
I was trying. You mentioned looking into the cells, I didn't want to see anything because you might see somebody doing some criminal shit or some violent shit or some stuff that you're just not supposed to know about, or maybe just might see some embarrassing shit that you're not supposed to know about.
Unsee either way.
When I said it, I would struggle. It was really about the cage situation where it catches your eye and you have to willingly not see what you kind of saw.
Yeah,
I think I could not look through doors with windows.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's harder in jail when you're in a big open area, but Yeah, in prison you actually have to be looking for it. There were plenty of times where I was walking past the cell and you can hear dudes thumping against the wall, fighting in there and stuff. Just keep on walking. That is not my business. Especially because if somebody ends up snitching on them, they're going to be wondering who walked past, who looked in there.
That's what I was going to say about
Spider-Man looked in.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man's getting stabbed up or something.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like that's the biggest fear for me. Like that you'll look in there and you'll see something and then someone will snitch on them and they'll remember back to you looking in and seeing and like it's you. It's got to be
It's you,
so
100%.
I get up to take a piss at like 3 a.m. and they're in there like smoking spice and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to see you smoking spice, dude.
Right.
Maybe if I avert my eyes enough, I won't know what color you are. But
then when you get back to bed, 30 seconds later, the COs walk in and, hey, nah, Kyle just went in there to go pee. I just saw him. He went to the bathroom when he came out. The pigs went in there. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it would be no
Logic
good.
and reason don't work well on inmates. I can tell you that.
Why would you even snitch? Like, do you get your sentence reduced? What's the motivation?
No.
You just hurt people.
Sometimes people don't like people smoking in the bathroom because they got to smell it. You know, just grumpy old people want to ruin somebody else's time and they'll go snitch or something like that. They have to be really covert about it. I can say that. Even at a low security, they'll get the shit kicked out of them for snitching. There was a dude at the low security that was actually getting paid to snitch, and they fucked up because the lieutenant went and pretended to shake down the guy's cell and left a large quantity of stamps in his locker. And everybody saw him out in front of God, and everybody put like $100 worth of stamps in this dude's locker. As soon as that guy got back to his bed, he got his jaw kicked off just about and got sent to another prison.
Damn.
So having eyes is pretty dangerous.
Didn't even get to spend
his stamps. Nope.
Stamps.
I'm pretty sure that they just took his stamps.
Are those
inmates got them
transferable
anyway.
to dental credits?
He's going to need them.
I love that. We took his stamps, too.
Yeah. Hey, and we took his stamps. You can get this bitch out of here. They roll them out.
It's such an awful place. Prison is awful. Like I know
it is.
The idea is it's for awful people. But there aren't that many awful people, like truly awful people.
I met more good-ass normal dudes in there than I met criminals, like stereotypical criminals.
Everybody in there was so nice. Like you would never know that like they had done anything wrong.
It'll change your perspective.
Yeah, everybody in there was so nice and just normal and just wanting. And most of them had like big plans for the future about businesses and family and relationships and stuff. And they just wanted to get out.
Yep, they just need their chance. A lot of them. They just need another chance. Some of them have had their chances, to be fair, because plenty of dudes at the medium are doing life bids on their 8th time in prison and shit. But
there was a ton of contraband. It was so easy. I know at one point they told me there wasn't even a big razor wire fence there at Talladega, at least on the campsite. But there was when I was there. But I think they were just droning things in and throwing things over the fence. It was so easy because it wasn't like to approach the fence. There was another layer of security. It's not like an onion type scenario. It's
it's just a fence.
You can kind of walk up to the prison if you want to, and be like, "Hey, this is the prison." And like, look, you could like look through the
just
through
the
or
gate.
whatever. But so I think they were throwing stuff over because there was no one making wine. People have asked me before, like, did they make that toilet wine? It's like they've got Jose Cuervo and like they've got like, name brand like bottles of liquor in there.
Yeah, I've heard that about the camp. I heard y'all had free world food and free world liquor and all kinds of stuff.
They were telling me about the camp in it, or either the low or the camp in Atlanta, one or the other, like where they had come from before. And they said it was wild there, that they were sneaking whores in. They were sneaking prostitutes in, and that they were sneaking out at night, and they would pay someone. They would pay someone. Camp. They would pay someone to come and like get in their bed while they went out and like partied and got laid at a motel down the road.
They would sneak them in like over the fence or through the non-existent fence.
I don't
think Atlanta has a fence.
Would they sneak a prostitute in some guy's asshole?
Like on the South Park episode.
Yeah.
No, they would bring girls in, and they would bring homeless people in to get in beds. So if the guard came through and looked for the bed count, because they come through like regularly in the night. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the worst part about getting your sleep is that like
flashlight in your face every hour.
Like every hour.
Jesus Christ. How are you not supposed to get in fights and be cranky if you're woken up every hour?
I know, right?
You just wrap your head up in a... Anyway, it sounded like they were having a good time, but it was pretty lax where we were for the most part.
Yeah, I've heard stories about the camp. I heard y'all had phones over there real easy and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, lots of phones and just tons of cigarettes. I
saw one phone at Talladega Medium, and it was a watch phone.
Oh, shit.
The whole time I was there. People aren't fucking with that extra year at the Medium, and there's nowhere to hide it.
They were like you'd go in the bathroom at like before lights were out, like and you'd hear guys talking on the phone in the toilets and stuff, like in the stalls. Mm-hmm. But like everybody had a cell phone that wanted one. There'd be chargers everywhere and fucking people wanting to charge shit in your cell, and you have to tell them no because they'd want to charge their shit in your cell, and like now
you get the time if you get caught.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So they'll add how much time where you work, Kyle?
The rule of thumb that I've been told is a year for a phone.
I have no idea. I certainly didn't have a phone.
Does getting in a fight add time to your stay?
It doesn't add time in that same sense, but it can remove your good time. You can lose your 52 days a year for good behavior that is automatically removed. I lost a lot of my good time for dumb shit. Like when I got caught with the rolling paper, I lost 52 days of good time. You're not really tripping about it until you get to the end of your sentence and you get to 52 days left until you're released and you're like, son of a bitch, I would have been home right now.
Were there any...
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.